This is a reading today to soften your heart and remind you what is blooming in perfect timing. So welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So awesome to see you here. You know, sometimes your heart just really needs to hear an uplifting and special message, and that is what today's reading is all about. If you happen to be catching this reading when I publish it on Mother's Day weekend here in the United States, happy Mother's Day. Timestamps are in the description of the video and in the first pinned comment. Let's get a message for you, what your heart may need to hear right now. All right, Aries, let's see what your message is, what your heart needs to hear right now. Aries, let us see what you need to know. Aries. We have the Rose Garden. Innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself, Aries. So this is interesting. This has been a theme that's been coming up in a couple of the Aries readings lately, which is about self-care, self-love, and taking some rest, which is interesting because, of course, tell an Aries to take a rest and we immediately get all like, no, we're not doing it. So very interesting. Be gentle with yourself. And there could be something here about a forgiveness of self or others. Maybe there's something going on with that. But I think it's probably predominantly be gentle with yourself. Let's see what you need to know about that, Aries. Give yourself permission. You don't always have to be the, I am the warrior. I love that song from the 80s. I think who did that? Scandal, I think it was. Great anthem from the 80s. I am the warrior. I will not sing it for you because I just won't, not right now. All right, let's see what you need to know. Be gentle with yourself in the Rose Garden, Aries. Let us see. Aries. Oh, so here we are in the Rose Garden. Nine of Wands. Look what we're getting. We're getting the Nine of Wands, which is exhaustion, physical exhaustion. But here's the struggle is real. Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands pop it in but no, I just want to keep going. I want to go. And of course the Leo. But here's the thing too. You could have been going and firing at all cylinders here with this Eight of Wands. You could have been pushing the envelope, pushing the limit, pushing. And now your body is saying, wait, hold up. We don't have to stop forever. We just need to stop for right now and regroup a little. That's all. And giving yourself that permission to be more gentle with yourself. Okay, because what's interesting about this Nine of Wands here is this lady does have all sorts of situations going on with her blouse because she has gotten pricked by the thorns. So there could be something you need a little downtime to recover from, let's quote Shakespeare, why not? The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Maybe there's been something coming at you that, left its mark. Perhaps even over the last 9 weeks to 9 months, and it's kind of catching up with you. And this is not negative. This is sometimes we need to give ourselves permission. I mean, any sign, not just Aries, but we need to give ourselves permission to heal, to slow down, to forgive, to, take a time out. As it's saying here, be gentle with yourself. Because the Nine of Wands can be, you've been working so hard to accomplish something that you have been hard on yourself. You have been in the Eight of Wands of the heavy output of work, flow, information, energy. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know for you. Let's reshuffle. We'll pull 2 more cards. Let's see, Aries. Yeah, we have a Five of Wands, the Resistance, again, the Resistance, and then the Three of Wands. Okay, so the Three of Wands is interesting because it is a moment of pausing and reflecting. Okay, and it's about creative visualization. But right now, you're still possibly in this Five of Wands resistance of trying to get a lot of things done. So, and again, maybe you're under some time pressures with the Eight of Wands and the Five of Wands. There's other people relying on you. There's other people demanding things from you. But I would suggest from whenever you watch this reading, within the 3 hours of watching it or the 3 days of watching it, that you take that time out to pause and look at the greater, bigger picture perspective of your life and say, yeah, let me just take a moment to breathe, to pause, to know that it's safe. The Three of Wands is a safety energy too. So let me take a moment to pause, be safe and grounded, and know that my vision is still coming to life and to light. I don't have to constantly push in order for something to happen. This is like giving something time and space to breathe and manifest. And that includes yourself, giving yourself time and space to breathe and manifest. So or just sit with your energy, realign yourself. And that sometimes is best done in a timeout, in just some quiet time for yourself. So this is very good. This can also be a stop and smell the roses moment. Absolutely. Instead of, pushing and running so hard, but be gentle with yourself, Aries. Very important. Let me know in the comments how you're going to do that. All right, Taurus, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now with this beautiful rose deck, which is very Taurus, very Venus. I hope you guys are doing really well. Happy birthday. All right, let's see. Taurus. What do we have here? We have the reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. Okay. So your soul needs to hear right now that a reunion is on its way. Okay, with people that you're going to want to collaborate with, people you're going to want to connect with, be friends with, partner with in some way, whether business or personal. Maybe a new spirit, a new person's coming into your life. It could also be a new furry friend. That's possible. But there is of a soul recognition, maybe a new karmic contract. Sorry, cat hair. Karmic contract is coming into view for you of some sort of new person coming into your life. So your heart may need to hear this hope that if you feel isolated and alone right now, just hang in there. New and beautiful reunions of energies are on their way for you. All right, let's see what we need to know about this. Taurus. Taurus people. All right, let's see. Hello. Two of Cups and the Six of Wands. Beautiful. So it's very important that you speak this into existence. And we have the hummingbird, throat chakra, Six of Wands, and Six of Wands can be also about having an adventure. So it's vital that you go out and have adventures where like-minded souls are for you, that you will recognize this person. There is a divine appointment awaiting for you, but it's not going to arrive probably if you're staying home all the time. So this is about seeking joyful pleasures, sipping from the nectar of life, as I like to say, but also speaking it into existence. What would you like from this new connection, this new collaboration, this new friendship? What would that look like to you? And more importantly, what would it feel like? Two of Cups. So this is beautiful energy where you're really connecting soul to soul, eye to eye, heart to heart with someone. But it needs to be based in something that's joyful, not in a way that's dysfunctional, toxic, or needy. It's not about need. Oh, I need to have this. This is more about, I would love this joyful connection to add to my life. It's not about a distraction. It's not about a replacement. It's not about something codependent and toxic. None of that. Okay, it's based in mutual joy. That's what that energy is about. All right, let's pull two more and see. Taurus. We have a Knight of Swords and we have a King of Cups. Okay, so this could be happening in the water sign seasons. So when I do these little pop-up different style readings, we're doing it for Taurus season. We're doing this right now. But, you know, it's in a sense a timeless reading. So this energy may be applicable for you, not just in Cancer season, but maybe Scorpio season and also Pisces season of next year. Okay, because we have this King of Cups here. We have energy, Knight of Swords, of something swiftly coming in. Like, what I'm getting the sense is here is that you may suddenly decide, Knight of Swords, to go somewhere and do something, to change something up from what you normally do. I think there's going to be something spur of the moment. You leap into action. You see something like on internet or Facebook, like an event somewhere or something, and you're like, oh yeah, happening this afternoon? Let me go. I'm not doing anything else. You go to it, and you could meet somebody, King of Cups. Now, it could be a male, it could be a female, it doesn't matter. But you meet somebody here that could become a very stable emotional connection in your life that you can build some connection with. It could be based in some sort of very heartfelt, good, intuitive, wise, reflective, caring energy. So this person has a very good, caring, and kind spirit. So that's very, very nice. Although this could also just be a time marker as well for, as I said, the water sign seasons. So I love this for you. It's about being open emotionally. And also what I feel here too with this over here, it is about being emotionally open to take a risk, Knight of Swords, and make a decision on the spur of the moment to do something different that would call in this individual, to put yourself in the energy of the divine appointment at the right place at the right time. All right, Gemini, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. And happy birthday to the May birthday Geminis. All right, Bobo is tuning in. Kind of, sort of. All right, let's see. No, he's too interested in what may be going on outside. All right, let's see what you need to know. Gemini, what your heart needs to hear right now. Gemini! All right, we have the Thorn. Protection, boundaries, and clear communication. Okay, so your heart needs to know right now that it is safe for you to have a boundary. It may be very necessary for you to have a boundary. And giving yourself the grace of a boundary and maybe pulling back at a timeout will help you come up with clear communication. Or you may need to be clearly communicating about a boundary that you need to set in place with someone. So there is something here about you protecting that beautiful rose heart of yours, Gemini, and not letting it get trampled upon. Okay, so let's see. And you know, sometimes we'll pull cards, but it can be too that with the communication here, maybe this is not about talk, but it's about taking the action to protect yourself. Your heart needs to know that it is safe and protected, and you can take the measures necessary to protect it. Okay, so let's see. The Hangman. You haven't wanted to do this. This is something you've been dragging your feet about in terms of enforcing this boundary. Because I think because of this Pisces, you were kind of hoping it would go away. That's kind of Pisces energy. And we have the Justice. Okay, so that's interesting. The Libra, which is your 5th house. So this could be something to do with a romance. It's possible. It could also be something to do with protecting your boundaries so that you can have time to balance out your own creative needs, like time for yourself and the needs of your other obligations, whether family or work. It could be something like that as well. Because we have your Pisces energy, which is your 10th house of career, if we look at it like that. So, but it is about balance. So this is the thing, like the Pisces energy, it can be too much sacrifice. I'm sacrificing. What about taking care of myself? So this Libra energy is saying, well, bring the balance back. So don't ignore it anymore. Don't wait for it to change. There may be something here your heart needs to hear. It's okay for you to take the initiative and make the change and assert the action to make this happen and have that greater balance in your life. All right, let's see what else we need to know for you, Gemini. All right, let's see. Oh, the wheel. Jupiter in your sign. King of Wands. Okay. I'm getting chills. There's going to be an opportunity offered to you, I think, fairly soon, or at least by Leo season, I would say. Okay. Or in the next fire sign season, which, depending on when you're watching this, I'm filming this in May, it would be Leo season, but you could be watching it at another time, so apply accordingly. But also this King of Wands, look at her with her little fairy dust coming out of her wand here. Like, this is about some sort of big creative push and creative initiative or a business-oriented opportunity that you're going to really want to push forward with. Like, you have an agenda that you want to move forward with. And there's wheels within wheels here. It is about the divine timing. Jupiter's still in your sign until June 6th or 9th. I keep forgetting with my sometimes dyslexia with numbers. It's one of those days in June. And, so it could be like right now, this is really affecting you, and because you've got this plan in motion, or you're trying to get a plan in motion, but this energy keeps tugging at you and you really need to focus on yourself. That's what I'm feeling. So it's okay. There is something divinely getting ready to pop in your world that is very good. Wheel of Fortune. Like the wheel and the cycle is turning for you to make a profound impact on your life, King of Wands, with some big, exciting, as I said, new initiative. So you got to have energy and time for yourself to fully invest in that. And that's why it's vital to protect your boundaries with this. The other thing it may be possible with these two energies coming out that might be going on is to protect the sacredness, the sacred fire, King of Wands here, of whatever this initiative is, because this card is also about protection. So your heart may be bursting to tell somebody about what this is, but these cards might be saying use caution. Maybe keep it close to your chest. Don't be, telling people right now. Keep the sacred fire pure until the thing is launched, it's finished, it's done, and it is a reality. So there's something in process here. Wait till it's fully mature, King of Wands, before it's allowed out into the public. So it could be something like that too in terms of the protection angle. Let me know in the comments, Gemini. All right, Cancer, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. Cancer, let's see. Let's pull a card for you. What do we have? Here we go. We have the child within, inner mother innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. Okay, so it's time to take care of your inner child. Perhaps he or she needs some time to create, to play, to rest, to explore, to have an adventure, to feel comforted, to feel held, whatever it might be. Okay, so your heart needs to hear the voice of the inner child within you expressing its needs and longings to you. So I think it's time for you to go out and play. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what you need to know. The child within. Mothering yourself. I mean, this is such an appropriate card for you because, whether you're male or female watching this, it's like you guys are the great nurturers. You're so good at taking care of the people around you, the pets, the animals, the plants, the things around you. But sometimes you get lost in the mix. It's time. There's something going on here. Your heart needs to hear that you're a priority. All right, let's see. Sorry, cat hair. So much cat hair. King of Swords. And here's your energy, the moon. So here's what I'm feeling. You may have been paying lip service, King of Swords, to this concept. So you may have been telling your inner child, oh yes, we're going to do X, Y, Z. You may have been feeding it good words and good thoughts. Okay, that's good. I love this King of Swords. We have male and female kings in this deck. We have this trail of fairy lights. So we have a trail of good intentions is what I'm feeling. A trail of conversations where there were promises made but those promises were not kept in terms of the actions. That is what I am feeling, which is why we have this moon card here, which is the doubt. Your inner child is currently doubting, are you going to take care of me? Are you going to make good on your promise of having a day or an afternoon for us to do our art, or go for a walk in a beautiful garden and have a picnic, or whatever it might be? So that's what I would say to this. Let's pull 2 more cards and see what we need to know for you, Cancer. Cancer. All right, let's see. Now we have the Queen of Swords. We had the King before. Oh, and the Tower. Okay. You do not want your inner child to have a temper tantrum because she's not being taken care of. All right? Your inner child is getting ready to scope out an opportunity. Here she is with her magnifying glass. But here's the tantrum energy, the Tower. So your inner child's going to try one more time before the emotional eruption, Moon and Tower. Okay, and we have a full moon in Scorpio, which is your 5th house. You could look at that as your inner child, which is happening May 11th, 12th, 13th, depending on where you are in the world. So you see, here she is with her spyglass on a hot air balloon floating above so she can see everything. It's time to look and find something to do, I would say, at this full moon in Scorpio. Before it all kicks off, the Tower. Before your inner child has a meltdown. And by what I mean by that is... sometimes our inner child acts out in very unexpected ways. It's a lot of, what's the word I want? Not deflection, but when you're upset about one thing and you take it out on something else. Something else triggers you, but you're really mad at this thing over here or frustrated about this thing over here. I can't think of the word right now. But you know what I'm saying. Like, that could be something that's coming up here. Your full moons for you are intense anyway. It's in your 5th house of the inner child, creativity, etc. And the King and Queen of Swords are showing up here, which means it's like, make good on your promises. And it's interesting that it's the King and the Queen, which is about alignment. It's about being holistic. It's the yin and the yang. It's both things. It's about, for me, when I get that, it's like full alignment. So the thoughts are there. The intentions are good, but the action needs to happen before this Tower is like, forget it. Now, the other possibility with this Tower is it could be you surprisingly find something this weekend that you could be doing that would be a lot of fun, or within the next week or two. You know, maybe by the 16th of the month or something like that. So maybe it's the following weekend. You know, the weekend after Mother's Day. And you're like, yeah, okay, that looks like fun. Let's go and do that. So it's very vital that your heart listens to what your inner child's been clamoring for, and that you take action on it and not just pay lip service to it. All right, Leos, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. A message for the Leos. Leo. Let's see what we got. We have the return, a new story. You decide. Alignment. It's coming together, Leo. Beautiful. It is coming together for you. Okay? A new story is in process of being written. It's the first line to a new opening story, a new chapter for you. But it's also about you deciding and alignment. All right, so let's see what we need to know. So your heart needs to know that you are in charge of whatever this new story is going to be, and that it is here for you. What is the first opening line of your new story? Let me know in the comments, Leo. All right, let's see. It's coming together. It's coming together. 4 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Swords. Okay, so right now you don't see how it's going to come together. 8 of Swords. So you're trapped in that mental cycle of disappointment. And this is not blaming or shaming or anything. This happens. We get trapped in those cycles. We can feel like there's no escape. There's no way out. There's no plan. Like, when is it going to happen? All of those types of things. So we can feel like our hands are tied. Or how do we get out of this cage of disappointment? But it is within your power. You decide. This person, this angel, is going to decide when they're tired of crouching down there and playing small and rising. We have this 4 of Coins that is showing up. So this, for me, of course, is about home. It's about money. But this is Taurus. This is your 10th house of career, Leo. So it may have something to do with that and making a new beginning with your career life in some way. And it may also be tied in with home issues, about maybe moving to a different place in order to get a job, or manifesting money so that you have a place to live, etc. All of those types of things. But this is about stability. So your heart needs to know that a new stable chapter is on its way for you, but there may be something you have to take action on and get out of your own way with in terms of the solutions that are presented, or thinking outside the box, or as this card is, the cage, so to speak. Okay, so let's see what else you need to know. Leos. Let us see. Yeah, we have a 3 of Swords, and we have the Virgo, we have the Hermit. So this is your house of money, the Virgo, and also self-esteem, self-worth. Interesting, we're getting a 3 of Swords. So this Hermit, too, is a lot about spiritual wisdom, spiritual alignment, and trusting spirit, which I know is not always easy. It's not always easy. So this new story, this new chapter is coming soon. It will arrive in the divine timing. There is still something you may be dealing with in terms of, again, remember, this is a general reading. It's not specific to everybody. It's general. But you may be dealing with something that you're still processing through that might be a little bit of a blockage to heal. That is all. With this 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords. So the divine timing of when this will arrive is decided by spirit. But it can feel lonely, Hermit. It can feel isolating, Hermit. It can feel like you're at your last spiritual wit's end. Like, when is this ever going to happen? But the South Node is going through this 2nd house of self-worth, self-esteem, and money for you right now. So it can be, again, it's like your heart needs to hear to trust in the divine plan. And do what you can in the immediate circumstances of healing whatever is going on with you in terms of seeing new possibilities, and also any resentments, blocks, or anything else that may still need to be processed with this 3 of Swords, okay? So your heart needs to hear that it is coming together. It is coming together in a spiritually aligned divine timing with this Hermit. And when you get to the other side of whatever situation you are going through right now, you will see that universe and spirit did have your back. Things were playing out exactly how they needed to before this new story begins. I'm filming this, of course, in May. These are sort of timeless readings, but I would say by the end of your birthday season, right on the cusp of your end of your birthday season and Virgo season starting, there should be some new divine story starting for you. Okay, but do what you can, as best you can, with whatever this is over here, because I feel like this is what you want, this 4 of Coins. Okay, you're on the way. You are on the way with this. So your heart needs to hear to trust and do what you can, and spirit will pick up the rest. All right, Virgo, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. Virgos, let us see. Virgo. All right, what do we have here? We have, the wild rose. Do it your way, Virgo. Embrace your uniqueness and be a little wild. Be a little untamed like the wild rose. There is beauty in doing something a little differently. Doing something maybe a little crazy, whatever that means for you, Virgo. Something outside the box, unexpected. Do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness. That is what your heart needs to hear right now. All right, Virgos, let's see. Let's pull some tarots. Oh, God, so much cat hair. Oh, oh, we have the Hangman. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. So aces for me are about numero uno. And this is your energy. The Ace of Coins, the Pentacles. So the time of waiting around is over. It's time to plant a new seed that is going to blossom in its own unique way, in its own divine time, with your unique energy and signature, because it's the Pentacles, which is you, dear Virgo. Now, what's interesting is this is sacrifice. So, and it's your 7th house of other people and relationships. If you have been waiting around for somebody else to give you permission or to come with you in something you want to do, this is saying stop. Do it your way. Do it when you want, and stop waiting around for somebody else to say they'll go with you. Maybe you've been wanting to go on a travel, as an example. That's been coming out a lot for Virgos lately, travel. There's no time like the present. If you can't get somebody to go with you, then maybe if you really want to travel with somebody, find like a travel group or something. Go with them. There is something here is do it your way and don't let somebody else stop you because you're waiting around for them to get their life together. I was going to say a different word. To get their life together. There's no more waiting on your dreams. That's the other thing here. So it's time. It's time. All right. So beautiful. Do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness. All right. Let's pull 2 more cards. Let's see what else we need to know. Virgo. We have 9 of Cups, beautiful, and we have the King of Swords. So it is about you making an executive decision that puts you in the position of achieving your wish. 9 of Cups, 9, your energy. This may be something that you're wanting to do perhaps in September, right around maybe the middle of the month or right at your new moon solar eclipse on September 21st, the cusp of Libra, end of your birthday Virgo season right here. So it could be something that you're contemplating for a time marker around that time period. It's possible here. But this to me is about, with her beautiful little trail of fairy lights here, about you making the decision to light your own path and follow your own thoughts and energies that you're aligning with and making the decision to commit to your wishes, 9 of Cups, and not just commit to them, but actually plant the seed and get started on them in some way. So if this is about a travel as an example that you want to take in September, maybe it's time to research King of Swords, the flight, the hotel, etc., and you actually put a deposit on a room or a place you want to stay, be Airbnb, or you actually buy the airline ticket. It's that type of thing. Make a concrete commitment in a small way. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but that's what you want. Do it your way. Go for it. The rest will fall into place. It's like, what I'm getting the feeling here is that your heart and the universe both need a sign that you're committed to do something that you badly have been wanting to do, but you just have been dithering. You know, it's the Pisces with the Hangman here. You've just been kind of like, well, I don't know. No, it's time to know, to act, and do it your way. Let me know in the comments, Virgo, what that might be for you. I would love to hear. All right, Libras, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. Libras. Libra. Ooh, what is this? The grandmothers, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is your heart needs to know that somebody on the other side, somebody behind the veil. I mean, it could be somebody who's still living, but I think this is somebody who's passed on. An ancestor is watching over you. You are protected. If there's something going on with you right now, whatever it might be, you might be feeling a little alone or a little worried or, you know, just tender-hearted right now. Know that you are not alone. They are on the other side, and the ancestors have got your back. They are sending you love and positive energy from the other side. Okay, so let's see what you need to know about that. Remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings. All right, let's see. Libras. Libras. 3 of Cups. There's 3 of them. There's 3 on the other side. And look, oh, I'm getting chills. We have 3 in the card. Can you see their faces here? Yeah, I don't think, actually there's 5 in the card, but I just only noticed the top 3. But we have 3 here. There's 3 of them. And we have the 6 of Coins. Okay. They're having a tea party. I'm just going to say they're having a tea party behind the scenes discussing what is going on with you, Libra. Spirit, like, sometimes gives very, very fun messages in that way. Because, I mean, look at this card. I mean, there's 2 of them sitting there, like, it's not that they're not gossiping about you, but they are like, girl, what is that Libra doing? What are they up to? But it's coming from a loving and joyous place. And what I am feeling too, this is your energy, 6 of Coins. Let's not forget, that is Libra energy. But the 3 of Cups is about joy. It's about connecting with joy with other people. It's about having fun. It's about music and dance and having a little picnic or a party or it's just something that's a beautiful pick-me-up. And I think they want you to remember that it's time to have more balance in your life and reconnect with your joy and do something that is fun. And something that lights up your beautiful Libra energy. That's beautiful and maybe a little luxe, you know, whatever that means for you. And pretty and just nurturing of your spirit. So that's what I think they're wanting to communicate from the other side. And to have the balance in your life in order to do that. So they're definitely, this is cracking me up. 2 of them are behind the scenes. And actually, if we look at this, here's the 2, here's the 3, and we have 5 ladies in this card. Here's the 2 down here and the 3 up at the top. So you can have a whole 5 of them behind the scenes. They are definitely, they're having a confab on the other side. And I do think you're going to get a sign or a symbol that only you would recognize, that they are thinking of you and sending very positive energies and love from behind the veil for you. So but let's see what else we have. Libras. There you are again. Oh, and the 7 of Swords. Okay, interesting. All right, so, and it's your energy with the Justice that's showing up here again, but notice it's coming right after the 6 of Coins and about the balance. So, and it's about, to me, being fair to yourself. 7 of Swords, of course, as we know, there's the sneaky snake, the 7 of Swords in this deck, can be about telling lies to yourself. It can just be, you know, like to tell Fibonacci's to myself. But of course, it can be a snake in the grass that is around you. So it could be somebody in partnership with you or close enough to be in your partnership world, whether business, romantic, friendship, something like that. So you may have been wondering about a particular person in your world right now, and if they're really honest and good and have your best interests at heart, I would say probably not. Whoever you have been wondering about, of course, it's a general reading, but somebody may not be all who you think they are. And these lovely ancestors behind the scenes are going to arrange it so that you will see that. They'll either give you a sign. This person, the Seven of Swords person, will do something that really reveals themselves. That'll be arranged by the ancestors. Okay, so that is what I am feeling. It says here, perspective and trust the weavings. So trust the way a story is going to play out. Information. Justice can be about information. It's a court of law. There's information presented, right? So whatever information karmically is being delivered by these ancestors, I think it's to help warn you or get you out of a situation dealing with a Seven of Swords, sneaky snake person. All right, Scorpio, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, we have the crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. All right, so something new is coming in. You're about ready to give birth. You can see this lady is like, oh my God, what's happening? So the crowning, which as we know in childbirth, the crowning is when the baby's head starts to appear. So there is a threshold moment. You're crossing into a new world. Your heart needs to know there is a birth, a rebirth, a new table that you will be sitting at, whether figuratively or literally. So, all right, let's see what you need to know about that, Scorpio. Beautiful. The crowning for Scorpio. Scorpio. We have your energy, King of Cups. And the Sag energy, the Temperance. All right. So something is changing. Something, you're on a threshold. It's being divinely guided by angels. And also this is very peaceful. Like, this is meant to happen at this time. It is a peaceful new beginning. It's one that you have been patiently praying for. You've been waiting for a new ship to set sail in your heart. And the sharks have been swimming in your belly with a little nervous excitement. Like, is this going to happen? This Sag energy of Temperance is your second house of money and also self-worth. So there could be a change coming in with a new beginning with your finances in some way, or with how you're presenting yourself, how you're feeling about yourself, feeling more confident, feeling more in sync with your own energy, feeling more aligned, feeling more emotionally magnetic, that you can manifest this Temperance, like important things in your life. So this is very, very good. But this is some sort of divinely guided, inspired new beginning. You have been patient, so something is about to shift for you. But of course, let's remember, birth can be a little messy. So there might be a few little Temperance with the changes. She does have an umbrella kind of hanging over her. There might be some little rainstorm of messiness to clear the air, clear things out before the new beginning happens, but you are on that threshold. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Scorpio. We have the Knight of Coins. All right. And wow, and the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So this probably has something to do with your, it's the Temperance, your second house of money. So some sort of new beginning here for you, that it may get off to a little bit of a slow start. Because again, this Temperance is your second house of money. This Knight of Coins does not move fast, but it's about longevity. It's about something that will endure over time. And this Queen of Pentacles, so that is of course about bounty and manifestation and focused intention. So what I feel is going on here, of course, I'm filming this in May. It's sort of meant to be a timeless reading that you can come back to. But what I would say here is your full moon is coming up on May 11th, 12th. So this may have something to do with the crowning happening then. Like you see that you're on that threshold and it's about to begin because you're making space, you're letting go, you're ready, you're aligning. And then you may see more progress in June when we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which is happening on, I think, June 10th, 11th, around that time. And then you may really start to see things pop for you in Virgo season with this new beginning of confidence, feeling good, and maybe some new income stream or money starting to come in for you with this. So I think it's like a progression that's happening here, because as we know, if we look at this just literally with the crowning, birth can sometimes take a while, right? Actually, the labor can. Of course, the crowning, sometimes the baby can come out fast, but sometimes the baby also takes a little time. So the baby's taking its time being birthed in your world with this Knight of Coins, but I think something magnificent with this Queen of Coins is on its way for you. So trust the process, work the steps here of the birth initiation process. Be patient, which you are with the Temperance and your King of Cups energy showing up, and you will get there. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. Whoops. All right, well, that one fell right out, so that was easy. Okay, we have the sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. All right, so it is time for you to take a pause, which is hard for fire signs to do. But it's also about nourishment and replenishment, because it is about the sacred waters. So, and waters can be about, of course, what nurtures and feeds our soul, if we look at it that way, or our creative life. What intuitively are you feeling you need to nurture right now, if we work with the water metaphor of intuition? All right, so let's see. You may need to spend some time by water. May need to hydrate more. There could be some detox or cleansing type of things you may want to be doing. Of course, then we have rest and self-care. All right, let's see. And there's a full moon, of course, in your 12th house of, rest and behind the scenes, which is happening May 11th, 12th, 13th. So that is a good time for you to definitely do that. It's in water, of course. Scorpio, your 12th house. Time to like pull back and rest. But you don't want to. 7 of Wands. You're ready to like fight your way out of something rather than rest your way out of something. Yeah, wow. Knight of Pentacles. So you are fighting and resisting taking a time out. Knight of Coins. This is what I feel. There's something going on in your life that is not going to shift any faster by you, 7 of Wands, being super hyper focused, combative. That's the 7 of Wands. It's Mars energy. By you being like this, it's not gonna dislodge. If anything, with the Knight of Coins, it might entrench itself a little more. What we resist persists, right? So there's something here I feel like, take the time out. Take the time out. Loosen your grip on what you're trying to force. Look at how he's trying to force those bars apart. On what you're trying to force to have happen in your life. Let go and trust and take care of yourself. Because sometimes it's really true. We turn our attention away from the thing we're trying to grasp so hard, and that is when it manifests. So I think that this is a very appropriate message. Let's see what else we need to know for you, Saggies. Sagittarius. All right, let's see what else we need to know. The Emperor and the Four of Cups. Okay, so this is very interesting. If you keep asserting yourself in this very forceful way, you're gonna maybe get disappointed. Instead of trusting, once again, as I was saying, instead of trusting that in divine timing, what you're looking for, the protection, the offer, the change in the weather, from 4 of Cups, doom and gloom, to sunshine and roses will come, right? By trusting in spirit, trusting in the universe's timing. This is very forceful. This is our Mars energy. It's the Emperor. Seven of Wands is Mars energy. So this is very, very Marsy. Okay? But that's not what this energy is calling for. This energy is calling for flowing and not forcing. So it will come. The Four of Cups. But it's going to come in a different way than you're thinking. It's going to come on maybe a different timeline than what you're thinking. But the Four of Cups can be, again, like the good thing is arranged by the universe. It's like when you're working with the manifestation energy, this or something better. The universe is arranging something better. But you're so focused on it must be this, Seven of Wands Emperor, that it's kind of wreaking havoc a little with the manifestation coming in. So pause, Knight of Coins, poise, but don't, pause and, did I say poise? Poise yourself and pause yourself in depression. Don't be going down that road if you can help it, with this Four of Cups. Like, don't be thinking the worst, but do the self-care, do, the beautiful nourishment, replenishment of yourself, the trust in the universe's flow, and be of good cheer, knowing that the right thing and the right timing is on its way for you. Your heart needs to know that. It will come. All right, Capricorn, let's see what you need to know. Your heart needs a message. What does the Capricorn heart need to know right now? Trust the seasons, Capricorn. Embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. All right. Trust the seasons and the timing of your life. Cycles of life, transition, growth, and change. All right, let's see what you need to know. Your heart needs to know that things are changing. Things are growing. Maybe you're not really seeing evidence quite yet the way you would like, but it's in process. Things are happening. You could be in a season of a lot of planting of seeds right now. We are, after all, in Taurus season, your fifth house of growth. So let us see. Capricorns. Trust the seasons, Capricorn. Oh, there's your energy. Now in this deck, we have male and female kings. There she is showing up. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God, this is so awesome. So when I have a matching pair like this, for me, that is chef's kiss, because it is divine alignment. The yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the go for it, but also the flow, the receptivity, but also the assertion. Everything is in alignment. Like, you are just flowing with your natural rhythms, vibrations, and energies right now. You are in tune and you are making stuff happen. So it is just about staying in that trust and in that flow. And notice how we have the king and the queen. So this is mature energy. And of course, you are mature from a young age. That is Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Like, you're old when you're young, and when you're old, you're young. It's funny how that works. Capricorn, that's one benefit of being Capricorn rising, Capricorn, is we age in reverse. So that's nice with the Saturn. We kind of do a Benjamin Button, But the point here is like, you are looking at all of this from this transition, the change, the different things, the new season you're entering in your life with maturity and perspective. Like, you're like, I got this. This is very confident. Like, I feel this is very confident energy and patient, and you are working your plans. You are doing what you need to do, and you're going to start seeing some results. I mean, this is very good. Let us see what else we need to know. Now, of course, I'm filming this in Taurus season. You could be watching this at any point in the future. Sort of a timeless reading. So if you are, this is also, I think, indicative of Virgo season for you, where there could be a beautiful harvest. And also your birthday season. Ace of Wands, baby. And the Pluto. Wow. So we have the energy of transition showing up here with the Pluto. We have the Ace of Wands. You are starting something new that you are very excited about, Ace of Wands. Your energy is fully aligned with this new thing, and it's going to change your life. That's what I feel. So this Pluto, of course, is your Scorpio house. It's the 11th house for you of hopes and wishes and dreams. You're wrapping up one cycle, one chapter, one pursuit of a certain dream, and you are very much working and planting seeds for some brand new initiative that I think could be absolutely amazing for you. Okay, so cycles of life, embracing change, transition, and growth. And this is what we have here with the Death card showing up. So what I think is interesting, of course, we have the Ace of Wands, which is, yes, planting a seed, but it's planting a seed of alignment because it's driven by passion and energy. It's not just like, oh, I hope this is going to happen. This is like, no, I am going to make sure it happens. She did look with the book in her lap. Like, I am going to read all I can. I'm going to spend as much time as I can with this energy. I'm investing my knowledge, everything I know about how to make this thing happen. And if I don't know about it, I'm going to find out from somebody else. Like, this is not just, oh, that'd be nice. No, this Ace of Wands is fierce determination of this seed. So there's no going back from this. And a good gardener, this is the other thing. A good gardener knows what to prune and let go of, and which is the plant that is going to grow the strongest. So I think this Death card is also appropriate with that metaphor, in that you are probably in this position, maybe at this Scorpio full moon, which is coming up May 11th, 12th, 13th, where you are going to prune and cut back certain things because they're not viable in terms of the strength you want to move forward, and you're going to take that energy and pour it into something else. So some of you may be on the cusp of doing that with your little Capricorn pruning shears and being, I'm letting go of that obligation, I'm letting go of this project, I'm letting go of that, because this is the thing. And I feel full alignment, full integrity with it, and it absolutely can be the thing that really changes my life in a profound way. Maybe other ones just ran their natural life cycle or not, can't grow anymore or whatever. So you're going to be making some strategic choices soon. If not at this full moon in Scorpio, then probably by the end of Taurus season, so May 20th, 21st. And you're going to continue to build on this Ace of Wands over the summer. And I would expect the first beautiful harvests to be coming in Virgo season and into your birthday season. All right, Aquarius, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. Aquarius, let us see. Aquarius. Whoa, that fell out. All right. That was easy. After the rain. Ooh, after the rain. Silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, and acceptance. Okay, so there is sunshine after the rain, as this card you can kind of see, and there's a rainbow. Beautiful. So your heart needs to know there is a silver lining. Whatever was going on that didn't work out, there is a silver lining to it. Sometimes we often don't see those until much later on when the rainbow does come out. There's something that is over, accepting it, but there is hope still there. And there is some relief and release from whatever's going on. So your heart needs to know there is always hope. And there's the dawn of a new day. And there is a rainbow of happiness and a silver lining. All right, so let's see what you need to know about that, Aquarius. I don't know why. I always associate rainbows with Aquarius. Isn't that funny? I don't know why I do that. I just feel it's a very Aquarian energy, a rainbow. It's like a little quirky, it's a little unexpected, it's surprising and delightful when you see one. You know, it has that magical quality that I feel goes with Aquarius energy. All right, let's see. After the rain. King of Wands. And the Two of Cups. Okay. So, ooh, getting chills. All right, so beautiful beautiful Two of Cups, connecting energy, and beautiful King of Wands, some sort of fresh new beginning for you. Magic is going to be happening. You're going to be making some magic in your life with someone close to you. Now, that could be business or personal. That could be a creative endeavor. That could be something related to business. But there's something where a new beginning will be happening for you with some sort of deal that involves a little sprinkling of fairy dust, a little sprinkling of magic. There could be a magical new connection, a magical wish, deal, contract, something that is brought to you by somebody else that solves a problem as if by magic. This is very, very, very favorable. Could be a fire sign involved here. So this type of energy could have already happened. Like, this has already happened. And the silver lining can be this. This is what's arriving. Somebody who's more aligned for you, as an example, as a partner. Somebody who is going to be a better teammate or colleague to work with than the one from before, who was a pain in the you-know-what. They have more energy. They do their work. You got good vibes from them. It can be something like that. So the magic is coming back into your life, but it's coming back through something or someone that is coming in with this Two of Cups. Okay, so let's see. Two of Cups is a very healing energy. It's beautiful. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Aquarius. You could take the initiative to reach out and connect with someone and be very favorably received. It can be something like that also. Or somebody reaches out to you that you never expected would ever reach out in some way. Yeah, Three of Swords. And a King of Cups. So you were very much emotionally disappointed, hurt, betrayed before. In whatever way, whether business or personal, it doesn't matter, okay? And I think with this King of Cups and the Three of Swords, it is possible that your self-esteem might have taken a little bit of a hit. The King of Cups here is your second house, Pisces, of self-worth. It's your sixth house of work and well-being, which is the Cancer. And it's your 10th house of career, the Scorpio. So it could be related to those areas. Like, maybe there was a blockage. There was a big disappointment in somebody you thought would help you at work or get you were going for something with a work promotion or a work project, and it didn't happen. But that's going to, again, whatever disappointment you had will turn out to be a silver lining. These cards are so good. Something much better and aligned. I love a Two of Cups. Aligned for you is coming in. You would have been disappointed. You were disappointed it didn't work out. But if had you gotten that thing that you were going for before, it would not have been what you wanted it to be. It would have been a disappointment. So there's a reason for things happening. And it's, when we go for something we want, and it doesn't work out, it can hurt, it can sting, absolutely, and it can feel like a big disappointment. But then later, so many times, let me know in the comments how many times this has happened for you, Aquarius, where you see later on, oh, thank God that didn't work out, because otherwise this would not have happened. This would not have come in for me. So be of good cheer. You're going to be able to heal and put this finally in your rear view mirror and perspective and see, okay, I get it now. Thank goodness for this Two of Cups and King of Wands coming in. I'm ready to receive that with a big smile on my face and a big rainbow in the sky. All right, Pisces, let's see what your heart needs to hear right now. Pisces, let us see. What do you need to know? Your heart needs to hear something. What is it? Held. It is held. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, and community. Whatever you are going through, the universe has your back. The universe is holding you. People are here to support you. Sometimes we don't always reach out. Sometimes we may be too shy to, or we feel we're bothering people. Of course, you want to reach out to the right people, not, the toxic narcissists or anything like that, but because you'll just get disappointed. Hopefully none of those are in your life anyway, but unseen help. So that's the other thing. There are unseen hands. There are spirit guides. There are angels and ancestors working behind the scenes to hold you up and support you at this time. Your heart needs to know that they are there. So let us see what you need to know about that, Pisces. Pisces. 5 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands. Okay. So you could be very busy right now, this 5 of Wands. Feeling like you got to do everything, that you're in charge. I mean, look at this card. She's moving all these people around on the chessboard here. That you've got to supervise everything. You got to deal with this, deal with that. Only you're the one who can deal with all these moving parts or all these people who are depending on you. And 5 of Wands can sometimes be a chaotic and overwhelming energy. But what this is saying is, if you speak your truth of what you need to be happy so that you can manage this situation or let it go or fix it, whatever you need to do with it, if you speak your truth, you can find the happy solution. This is the hummingbird, throat chakra. You can find the loving solution here. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is a freedom and a joy in solving whatever this is. But there's something here about you speaking up about it and what you need. And it may not be, like I said before, that you're speaking to the people around you. It could be you're telling spirit what you need. You're telling the universe what you need. You are asking, believing, and receiving. Praying and asking. So let's see. But it could be time, too, that you need to ask for support, as the card says, with your community, which it could be your family, your roommates, your kids, whomever. I'm always telling the cat, Bobby, that he needs to do more around the house, but he doesn't listen. All right, let's see what you got, Pisces. What else we need to know for you? Yeah, we have a 10 of Pentacles, so it could be family related. And the 3 of Swords. Okay, so what could be going on here is that there could be some situations where you could be dealing perhaps with very patriarchal, 10 of Coins, entrenched attitudes, 3 of Swords, 10 of Coins, about, I feel like it's something to do with managing the household, managing money, this could even be work related. It doesn't have to be the home, but it's the 10 of Coins. So it could be related to, of course, a group work collective or your home environment. But somebody may have a very patriarchal, you can see, 10 of Coins, the old guy sitting there, very patriarchal energy where they don't think they have to pitch in. They don't think they have to do anything. Their word is law, just do what they say, not as I do, like that type of thing. And there could just be something here where there's a change of perspective, that you might be saying, you know what, I'm not going to manage you anymore. It's time that you step up and take responsibility. 3 of Swords is they just keep disappointing you. They're not going to, if you're dealing with this type of individual, they're so entrenched, like it's baked in them. They are not going to change. So it's going to be up to you to perhaps get your freedom from whatever obligations you have that are not being fairly divided, because you're managing everything and that this person's just kind of, skating along. It could be the 3 of Swords is connected to them. Maybe they will be disappointed by you and brokenhearted by you because you're not going to play their game anymore. You're going to speak your truth and move along. Hummingbird, you're going to free yourself joyfully and joyously and claim back your time and your energy from perhaps a very, as I said, I just keep getting the word patriarchal energy that, wants to rule the roost, but They're not giving emotional support. They're not giving literal support and helping. They're just sitting there. Oh, I'm getting like somebody who's like sitting there watching like Law and Order reruns and having like their favorite beverage, and they're just like sitting there not moving from the sofa. Like, I'm getting like that kind of vibe from this person. And you have so much joy, you have so much light and things you want to go and do, but you don't want to be having to take care of all their needs all the time. So there could be something like that that is going on here, and getting the support to make that change so that you can bring more joy into your life. So this could be you're tired of doing their chores, doing their laundry. You know, sometimes it can be something as simple as, well, I'm just not going to do their laundry anymore. You do your own laundry. You know? And when they have the socks piling up and the laundry piling up in the laundry basket and they wonder what's going on, there you go, right? So it could be something like that. But what I'm really feeling here is there's something for you to find more ease and joy also, perhaps in a work environment, making boundaries so you're not the one who's doing all the work either. This could be a very unfairly balanced work situation where you're a very good worker, conscientious, and you're doing everything, and they're just, the bosses don't care. They're just sitting back letting you do it all. And they're not calling out the employees who aren't doing what they're supposed to. So you could speak up and find your freedom elsewhere, that's what you're planning, to get a different situation that will make you happier. So let's see how it might manifest for you. But your heart needs to know you are supported by the universe with this in finding a more joyful situation for yourself. So thank you so much for joining me for what your heart needs to hear right now. If you got value out of the video, please consider hitting that thumbs up and sharing the video out with somebody who might benefit from its messages. Doing that really helps out the channel and is very much appreciated. And same thing, if you feel called to leave a comment, you can leave a beautiful little flower for Mother's Day, since that is our theme with flowers and roses with our Rose Oracle deck today. I will be back with more videos, and remember too that I will be having dental surgery soon. I'm trying to film as many videos as I can ahead of time so that there's things for you to enjoy, but there's plenty of videos on the channel to take a look at. There was your May monthly, your May money monthly, a full moon in Scorpio video, so you may want to check those out if you missed them for whatever reason. But I will be back again soon with some other things in the queue for you to watch while I am recovering and recuperating from my dental surgery. Love you guys very much. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde, signing out.